Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's a little weird, you're seeing my face instead of like just my hands. So I was kind of like just looking through my footage on my phone and stuff, and I realized I had this whole vlog that I made like back in November. It was really before I started taking YouTube seriously and posting things on a regular basis. So I had started this vlog and didn't really finish it. But it's some really good footage of what it's like to be an art student in college, and more specifically one that's kind of specifying in photography. So that being said, this video is kind of old. My hair is like significantly longer than it is now, and I have bangs then, and I don't have bangs now. you know, so I just wanted to come here and clarify that before we start the vlog. There's going to be a photographic process that I use a lot throughout this vlog, and I think that's kind of going to be the main focus of this video. It's called Cyanotype printing. Cyanotype photogram, like it's an alternative process to printing photos other than, when those stereotypical like you think of like film printing, they're like in the dark room with the trays and they're sloshing their prints and stuff. That's a silver gelatin print. So with all that being said, here's the vlog. I really haven't done anything. I've just been reading textbooks about art while sitting around art. Alright, so I just got home from work. It's 3:30. I got off a little bit later than I should have. Co-workers, what can you do? So I'm just gonna go eat lunch, grab some supplies, and then go to the photography studio. Nothing too exciting. When I get to the photography studio, however, I will be doing some more exciting things, and I'll definitely catch you up when I'm there. Alright, so this is an overview of the studio. Cyanotype is made up of those two chemicals. You just mix in equal parts into a little graduated cylinder and spread it nice and evenly all over whatever you're printing on, whether that's paper or wood or, in my case, fabric. Here you'll see I have a digital image that I turn black and white, and then I make it a negative, and then I print it out onto this see-through like acetate type of plastic. You place it upside down on to your paper or fabric. As you see here, I put a nice heavy piece of very clean glass, nothing written on it, and then you put it in the oven to bake. Not a real oven, it's just a light box with these UV lights just hanging out. Alright, so you leave it in the light box for maybe 45 seconds to a minute and a half, depending on your image and depending on how large it is, depending on what you're printing on. It takes a little bit longer to print on fabrics than it does on paper, but I mean, we're talking the difference of like 10 seconds. So you're going to go ahead and remove the glass and remove the print. You want to make sure you don't get water on your negative because it ruins it. You're going to bring the fabric or paper, whatever you're working on, to a water bath and rinse it until the water runs clear. So you'll just have it sit in there for a second, then you'll dump the water out and put new water in there. And usually after that, it'll be fine and good to go. As you saw, once it hit that water, all that brown color instantly just turned into that classic cyanotype blue. And even after I hung it up, it turned even a deeper blue as it started to dry. And that's basically it. heading to work again. You know, as the average person does. I work more than 1 day a week.
I need to get new brakes.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm going to work again. Nothing too exciting. And then today I have a creative writing class, which is why I'm working on my creative writing homework. This guy's going slow. Well, so I tried to film in the car, and that didn't work. So like in this next clip, I'm trying to like show off my outfit or something. Just like it's cringy for me to watch, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I don't know. If you're interested, I can do a like art fashion video, because I feel like artists have such unique fashion senses. I think it would make a great video. Alright, so I just left Walmart. I'm gonna give you a little
Walmart haul.
got some fabric scissors and a couple of fat quarters of fabric, because I want to see about cyanotyping on colored and patterned fabric and seeing how that turns out, because I have a pretty cool idea if it works well. So you made it through the vlog portion of this video. These are all of the prints I made during that semester, and this is not all the fabric prints. I have a lot of them, and I can't remember where I put them. Ooh, found them. And then all of this is fabric that I printed on. So I think between all of this, that's quite the stockpile of work for only 1 semester. So for starters, on a lot of my fabric prints, I started but didn't finish putting them all on dowels so that they can hang. It's on smaller dowels, so it's kind of like a poster frame, how they have the slides on the top and the bottom, and it just holds it nice and flat. And then my ultimate goal is to then do like a macrame hanging sort of situation here, so these can hang on the wall. So I believe you saw this one in the vlog. And cyanotypes have to be cyan blue. However, you can chemically treat them after the fact. And here's an example of that, and it turns it more of a brown color. This is one of my favorite photos. Then we have this one. I need to iron it. There's a crease right there in the middle. There. Now, all of these like wall hangings that I've shown you here already, you know, they're really cute. I like them. They're really, really pretty, and they really showcase the image. But that testing was really to get down to my main final project for my senior year, which I graduated like 8 months ago, and I still haven't finished it. It's fine. I've worked on it. It's just time consuming. So the whole point of that was to see if I could make quilt squares. So these small little prints, and I would just put a ton of photos on them. Here's just one of them. And the goal was to make this big quilt full of like women printed in blue on all of these like pink, you know, feminine fabrics and stuff. So I'll just show you what I have of that. It's like 90, maybe 80% done. It's just I haven't quilted in a long time, so there's been a lot of trial and error where I've had to take it apart and put it back together again. So here you can see what I have done. I have quite a bit done. I have 3 of the 4 rows, and then I have to do all the backing and stuff. So big. I guess at the end it's going to be more of a tapestry than a quilt, because it's not, I didn't make it to any standard like twin size, full size, and it doesn't really matter because no matter what size it is, I'm not going to be using it because it will be considered art and not actually useful. If that makes sense. Hopefully it'll spend most of its time in a museum or gallery. That's the goal. I guess that kind of strikes a conversation, and I don't want this video to be too long to get too off topic, but if it's something you're interested in, I can definitely do a full-length video on it. And art versus fine art. As someone who went to university to study art with a capital A, fine art, whatever you want to call it, I have a lot of things to say about it. You know, something like this might not get the most Instagram likes, you know what I mean? Like, because it involves thinking, and there's a dialogue, and there's an artist statement, you know, there's things to read about and to say about it. I've written like a whole essay over the topic of fabric art in fine art. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite paper prints, and then probably call it a day after that. This one isn't a cyanotype, this one is a Van Dyke Brown process. I love, this one's like my favorite out of every single one I made that semester. That being said, I think that's all I'm going to show just because it's a lot. I have portfolios online with all of my work from my, you know, my 35mm film class, my alternative printing class, all that stuff. I'll make sure to link my portfolios in the description in case you're curious. And if you happen to own an art gallery and you want me to send something over for an exhibition, sure, let me know, you know. That is everything. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, come back next week for another video. I have a cool one planned for next week. Has to do with back to school.